Sanyang. Then when they reached Sanyang, then from the Sanyang to the beach, they went to Gunjur, Gunjur to the beach, Katong, the same thing. That was the first project.
The Fisheries Division was responsible for managing all aspects of fisheries policy, including organization of fishers and fishing technique.
As far as I can remember, the only loan given to the Fisheries Department project is the Artisanal Fisheries Development Project, currently, which started in 2003 and is almost ending. There you have the Bakote Fish Market, the rehabilitation of Tendaba, Pintang, Albreda, and also the road from Tendaba to the main road, Pintang to the main road, and also the fisheries jetty in Banjul, and also capacity building, because a lot of fishery staff were trained in up to master's level and diploma level, and we had also the beneficiaries, and also we have a credit component with SDF for the operators in the fisheries sector, banners, fishermen, fish processors. But that's the only loan I can remember. All the other projects were grants.
Towards the end of 1967, the Gambian cabinet approved the sum of £4,000 from the General Revolving Fund of the government for the formation of a credit facility scheme for artisanal fishers and cooperatives. In order to promote industrial fisheries, the Fisheries Division negotiated with a British fishing company, British Kindred Marine Products Company, the implementation of a pilot project costing £40,000. In the region of Kombo, there are 5 major fishing centers: Bakau, Brufut, Tanje, Sanyang, and Gunjur. According to the elders, prior to the introduction of modern method and technology in the Gambia, the local fishermen in Kombo were using a method called kaya. In this method, wooden sticks were fixed along the seashore and a locally made mat tied to a stick to trap fish.
I was practicing fishing operation locally, like using cast net, hook and line on the beach. According to some information I had from an old fisherman in Banjul, he said this fishing skill, this cast net, came here in the Gambia was 1830 by a Chinese man that brought this skill here. What I found in my father's hand was this. He was using cast net and hook and line for fishing. The boat, the type of boat, they use dog boat. You know dog boat? Not like this plank wood. It's a big stem. They dig it and then make it a boat. I learned a lot of skills in the 5 different gear types. I go for cast net. That is cast net that we use for cast mullet and bonga, and hook and line for fishing. And then again, we go to another method, long line. That's the type you find these people down there using it.
During this period, the aquatic resources were abundant. Local fishermen did not have to reach to the current official demarcated nautical distance to get their catches. Fishermen engaged in the fishing industry in those days were fishing for what was enough for their domestic need. In Kombo at that time, farming was and still is the predominant occupation of Gambians. Rural communities were fishing on subsistence basis using simple fishing gears such as traps, cast nets, and hook and line. For the people to balance their diet, they exchanged portion of their cereal products for fish. According to the narrations, a bowl of fish was equivalent to a bowl of cereal. Since the introduction of motorized canoes in the mid-1960s by a migrant Senegalese fisherman, the Gambia witnessed a transformation of fishery from paddle canoes with simple fishing techniques to one with modern fishing technologies and larger canoes with outboard engines, which resulted in an increase in fish landings. Tangiers Fishing Center became the most vibrant landing site owing to its proximity to the urban Kombo. According to the elders, Malang Sise was the first local-based fisherman in Tangier, while artisanal fishing with motorized canoes was introduced by Alhaji Suley Njai and Kor Sen, the founding patriarch of Sukuta Kor Sen Kunda.
Keba for bin follow the jam. Jalfa ka fa malan si. Malan si wala mun ton la jam malan ko. O bata jëm falsu tanje. Wala mu dem malan ko fol. Ko duma fa jala ba ka fa jam. Nyela sia kam. Ni molon to ni. Ni wala sita fitiro dunta. Ke bal kata je do nim pachamo ni bula da nyel ko do ni macho ni akala ni awulide e ka je nyel ka so kana bula kulunko ka pore ka kulunko ah ko le ke ma ko
la bata malanci sero amulunta shabi kolisel wolle na radda ka jan kana jaro fayda ka jaro fayda amunda ko ten otumo chalo ndani burele tija bada ka tamaka foka je ke business dulati wo folo da saradiyan ko dole wale jayele ka fa sule dengue wale jayele because bira jayele ndefa ko kundiwo ndele fa mala do kula folota motumo ni nyejan jora ko baka sado ni yirme se on ka wale ta nka la bento ka nka nyejan wala ka ndele fa ko kundiwo yo fa folo
jala fayo ni ya kumaze wala munyinti ni le mujalo nyati ndafta sifa sube kale zele ikasuma umula londe ikasuma nyam londe ha ikasuma tenne nyi kyanga keten anyata nangam le mutal ninga keten anyata nangam le mutal ni le mujubot hanika bi abe tarin kulungo to pala temu so bitasolit ni masino balanta jibana ni be kulungo kono sa jam fa jango nyam sa mana banda ni le mu fay jalote kanyin le fay mpolota kanyi bos nya samba nyinya 36 ni le sayna folo mbota je ko ciali balek be kering san cialo ka kanale nata foti keje ni le foti nyati ntara fo ciali bana ta ko tege nata 46 san wala ka ciali ba muta wala ka sabunu mol ka ko tanje ciali bale bije ferele bijenu otumo kulung sabale katra jang kulung saba kulung ngoro wula yirwa kana anum nyebu ka bang fontor ka bo banne aji be bibe min belbe mi kono bi kulung be katra tendado kata fa kulung keme anum nyebu ka simol sañ minga nyemuta asiata bakele fo calibal fa bortale fa bantal mo malo sañ nata muru tati sector wala tan calme songo be kerin sañ.
Those using the drone net size for artisanal fishermen, those are the small fishermen. The penalty to all the offenses there is 10,000 minimum. Then for an industrial fisherman who is caught using a wrong site, or even if it is found on your vessel, its minimum is $1 million. And for license fishing without a license, it's 30 million.
Bakau Fishing Center was established in 1993, and effective community mobilization of resources for efficient fishing management through the support of the government of the Gambia has been facilitated. In Kombo Sanyang, the scale of fishing activities has not been as vibrant as Tangier and Gunjur. However, local-based fishermen coupled with migrant fishermen from Senegal are able to maintain the industry in spite of logistics and technical constraints.
Ngataran alifalu silan ding buka nye dunu buka nye pole suwa fango mo kilin wale pole suwa soton kanani si wala kenyo siada ninga nyewo nyemuta fo benyo tanani abe ka dunu ku wala kata jurumu sate kono be marceti je ka kirintu wolon lan sangon ka wala fene ka nye jurumu aka bar woktu mo fano masin tijang basolom ikata basol la bakon ikasambuku kale kara ya yiro kale fo ika fonyo tawele kata ika fonyo tawele kana senekali nga killing ika fay matade wole masindi mo soda masimo mo wara bak nyebu ngol le tarinjang tialo be nyoro taransoni nonko tiali be nyoro nasi ada nongkoni nyata kyofu be nyoro fulani tala ina nye kata fo jide bisaw karo kara silan yaaju be nyimbangi ka fo nye tija nye monsoto nye be borta doli ye ko jide bisaw doli ye ko murtani ibaka nyi laje doli ngolom bari ba man control.
The sea is not controlled. Also, that is also a misconception.